Hello. Hi. Hey, everybody.
What's up, gang?
Uh, Hi. Hey, Laszlo. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you, Christy?
Great. Great. It's good to be back in 2026. I was going to say Happy New Year, but it's February, so I feel like I'm a
You
little
lost a month.
behind. Yeah, I totally missed it. But thanks everybody for joining our first live stream or Live Code Second breakfast stream of 2026. Thanks, Laszlo, for joining on as well. I think we might have somebody else that might want to join our stream too. Who do we have here?
I don't know. Oh!
Sujin!
Oh!
Hey, I
Man.
saw you pop in at the last minute. I'm like, do you want to be on camera?
Let's just drag him into the live stream.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Get an inaugural live stream for Sujin. Excellent.
Yes, my
Great.
inaugural one today.
I love it. I love it.
So your first live stream as our new team member?
Yes.
Oh, what a privilege to be here.
Yeah.
Definitely. I'm going to noting this date today, 3rd of
There you go.
Feb.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for joining us too. I'm glad you were able to do that. I see we have one of our regulars here. Mr. Mannerings has joined us. Hey, Ben. How's it going?
Hey, man.
He says congrats,
Been a
Sujin.
while.
Thank you.
It's great. It's great.
And
So how has it been? We'll take a minute to talk about how it's been so far for you, how your journey has been so far as a dev advocate. Good?
I think fantastic. It's been amazing, and I call this a dream team when I was as a community member, and now being a part of this team, I feel it like I see the efforts that we all put in, the amount of planning, the amounts of everything. So it's an honor and privilege to be here, and as I say, this team is very warm, very welcoming, and it has been fantastic 4 weeks for me. And
Yay.
really looking forward to all the connects and all such live podcasts and everything. Super excited
Excellent.
for the future.
Excellent. And also your first knowledge too, right? Like in-person knowledge.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Still fingers crossed because I'm yet to have the visa. But yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's true. There's that. Well, hopefully it'll be your first knowledge. That's great. I can't wait. I think you're gonna
Has
love
to
it.
be. It has to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I didn't put on any background music today.
Let's get some
well.
background music.
Let's see. What do I usually do? I usually do
Night thingy. I don't
feeding the ducks. How's that? Does that sound okay?
I don't know how I feel about that clapping.
No? Okay. What about this one?
Yeah, that's the one. That's
what we usually use, isn't it? Okay.
Well, it puts you in the zone immediately.
It does. It does. It does kind of put you in the zone. You're right. Okay. Well, so what are we doing today? So first, we're talking about what we're having for coffee or for breakfast. And this was one of my favorite mugs, Save the Drama for Your Llama. And I'm drinking a nice home roasted coffee today. You guys have anything fun to drink? Tea, coffee?
Wait a second. Home roasted? Like you guys are roasting your own coffee?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's a game changer. Yeah, so we started doing like a popcorn popper, like a stovetop popper you crank to roast the green coffee beans. And we were doing so much of it that we actually moved to a bigger machine that's it's kind of like a rotisserie, but it's like a drum that you put the coffee beans in and it just rotates.
Look at you guys.
Oh man, I'm telling you, you do it once, you'll never drink Starbucks or anything again.
I'm not. Like I'm an espresso guy, so I'd rather buy coffee, like to be specialty coffee, and it's funny you asked because I just got a new batch from the Czech Republic, one of the roasters I've been dying to try out for a while. And I got a new batch. It's an Ethiopia blend, which we just tried out, and it's pretty good. I'm a huge Ethiopia coffee fan.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Yeah.
So that's actually something I just had since we were talking about second breakfast. And I gotta say, since we're amongst friends, my browser may just restart any minute apparently.
Oh man, you got that, huh? I know.
I got that message.
Oh crap.
It's like it's a time bomb, so I'm just gonna see what happens.
Okay. Saying. Well, if you drop off, we'll add you back in. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Under fair warning. How about you, Sujin?
Yeah, how about you, Sujin? Anything special?
I just had my dinner, so coffee is a no for me. Just pure water. As Sandeep says,
right.
Water for me.
Just water. Yep. Sandeep. Hey, Sandeep. Hi.
Home roasted water.
Same water.
Home roasted.
Nice.
Home filtered.
Ben is teeing us up quite nicely here for what we're talking about today.
Mm.
Manufacturing and OT, not quite manufacturing, but we are going to do
Agriculture.
agriculture. I mean, that's a kind of manufacturing, right? You're just growing a bunch of plants, theoretically. So what we're gonna talk about today, and what we're gonna do today, the stream might look a little different because this might be just a setup.
Your camera froze.
It did?
Hear you okay, but yeah, I can see on YouTube as well. Oh, now you're coming back just now. I guess I just had to mention
that's
it.
Weird. No, YouTube froze too.
Yeah.
Cool. Love that. Maybe I should have restarted my machine before I started all of this.
At least your voice is coming through fine, and now your picture is back as well. Although I can see it's somewhat lower quality. Sorry to interrupt.
That's fantastic. I mean, leave it to me to always have some sort of technical issue here. Yeah, it happens. After this, I'll restart my machine, and I'll know to do that before I start my next stream. Anyway, so what we are going to talk about today is the IoT Garden. As part of the promo, I said it was back. We were supposed to do this in November. Holidays and everything else got in the way, so we weren't able to do it last year. So we are going to do IoT Garden today, and it will probably be the series of streams leading up to some big event that happens in May. But we're kind of shifting gears with the way that we're doing IoT Garden, because originally this was all built back in like 2020, and it's not really changed a bunch. It was really just a project out of somewhat necessity for me, because during the pandemic I decided to start collecting houseplants and I got a little overwhelmed. And our buddy Jason McKee was like, you should use ServiceNow to monitor your plants like I use it to monitor my pool. So that started a whole progression of getting sensors like this guy. This is a little soil moisture sensor that connects to a dev board that you put in your plant, and then it sends data back to ServiceNow. So we started working on that. It became the IoT Garden. It was Garden now. Like, it's gone through some different iterations, but always my vision for the garden was to make it a community garden, so where more people could contribute. So people throughout the ServiceNow community that shared a love of plants or were gardeners could start sending their data to a central location, and basically you can open up a map on a portal and you can see all throughout the world where all of these amazing gardens are. People can connect on a shared interest outside of ServiceNow, and that being gardening or houseplants. So it's always my vision, and now the time has come to actually try to execute that vision. So that's what we're doing and how that's shifting. You guys have any questions? I don't see any questions in the chat.
No, I was just listening to you, and I started just like any other hobby. You got like one sensor, 2 plants, whatever, and then
30.
It's 6 months later. Yeah.
I literally had 30 in my house. It was bananas.
6 months later, you're ordering wholesale from China, right? Or
oh my God. Yeah, it was, it became a lot to manage. So I was a bit overwhelmed with the number of plants, but, so let's see, let's add, and this is the first time that I'm actually sharing on my Windows machine and running the stream from my Mac. So bear with me. I might have more technical challenges here in a moment, but, I have been doing some work already. Let's do this picture in picture to make that a bit bigger. And I can zoom into this. So I have been doing work already. I've been kind of busy working on what this is going to look like to support a broader event, because one of the things that we want to be able to do is bring this sort of experience to an event, whether it's a dev meetup, it's knowledge, it's whatever the case may be, a creator con that we're doing somewhere. We want to be able to bring this there and make it accessible for everybody, because one of the challenges today is this is kind of the approach to how we do it today. You guys read that? It's like an eye chart, isn't it? Let's zoom that in a little bit.
Yeah, better.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is the lab guide that we had put together before, and you'll see that there's a lot of things that are required. You download the firmware, you get your device, your wires. Could be kind of, I would say, intimidating for some folks. Like, not everybody's going to want to take a device like this and then take a cable like this and then take a sensor like this and plug all that up together. I mean, that's could be intimidating. So we want to make it easier and accessible for people, but also allow people that do like to do this the ability to do that. And then also the other part of it was you had to have an instance. So you had to have a PDI or some sort of dev instance or sub-production instance in order to run it. So we want to eliminate all of that and bring it all together in a single instance. So that's what I've been working on. Okay. So I kind of laid out some of these diagrams. And by the way, I did use Claude to revamp the firmware because I'm not really great in that space. And if you haven't used mermaid diagrams, have you guys used mermaid diagrams before?
I have quite a bit, yeah.
It's very cool. It's a very
you can generate like from text. You can generate diagrams, and like Claude and most of the large language models understand that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is all Markdown. So basically, I had been working in Claude with the firmware, and I'm like, hey, can you just give me like some diagrams that show kind of what the process looks like? And it literally gave me like, there's a bunch, like 5 or 6 diagrams through the whole thing, which I thought was pretty cool. And I wanted to have this for the stream, so that way I could give you a visual of like what I've actually worked on. So we could start with kind of like what the app looks like. So the user layer is going to be Service Portal, of course. So we're using UI Builder, and it worked. It was fine. But Service Portal is a little more flexible, a little bit more responsive on a mobile. So we switched over to Service Portal. And then here's all of our devices, our different kinds of devices. So the one I showed you a minute ago, this little guy, this is a D1 Mini, or an SN IoT thing is what we've called it. See, and then we also have the LilyGo Hygro. So if you've been to a CreatorCon event, those are the larger sticks that probably look like this, 2 of them together like that. That's what those are. And then we want to be able to support people bringing their own device.
All right.
So
it's going to be like a generic interface for BYOD or?
Yeah. So
API, right?
Yeah, we would actually provide this firmware, which we're going to get to in a minute. That is over here in this window. We provide that firmware for people to upload to their own devices because we have different kind of templates for each one. So there's a device template. So if somebody's bringing their own, they could modify this to the different sensors that they potentially have on their device itself.
Sandeep's been asking, probably valid question.
Yeah.
How would you answer that if someone wants to give it a try already?
I mean, there is a lab guide out there that I can share the link to the lab guide, which is this one. Let's go with just. But this, remember, this is all going to get kind of revamped.
It's still very much in the making, right?
Very much in the making. So if you follow this particular one, you're going to get something very different than what you're going to see that we're building out. This is just kind of the old version, but you're welcome to check that out, look at it, and kind of see what we've done in the past and the way that it works today. But it does work. You can use it. It's just a little more cumbersome than what we're trying to work on to make it a little bit more accessible. Great question, Sandy. Let's see. No more questions. We're good. Okay, so let's go back here. So that's our architecture. We're storing everything in CMDB tables. So you've got your garden, plant, device relationships in the CMDB. All of this
extremely bright. Can you zoom in a little bit on that?
Oh, why is it so bright?
Yeah, can you see it too?
Yikes! Why is it
like
so
over saturated?
That's weird. I wonder if it has to do with my monitor, my HDR settings on my monitor.
I don't know.
Weird.
Maybe just explain in words.
I don't know. All right. Well,
service portal layer. See.
Service portal layer. Yeah, and I'm going to put all this into a blog article. That way, it might be a little easier to consume at a later point. So I'll put it all there so that people can go to it, and we'll have it up on the community blog as well. So I'll post some of these diagrams there too to make it easy for people to see. I don't know. Ben asked about vulnerability checks for these devices. I don't know. Have not considered that, but maybe I should.
I think at some point we can try. I don't know. So Jen, are you by any chance vulnerability response guy?
Not exactly. But yeah, I would love to debug it out. Vulnerability check for IoT. Interesting.
Okay, so I talked about CMDB, all the metrics that we're sending. I'm sorry that's so bright. I'm seeing that on the stream now. That looks ridiculous. But all the metrics that we're sending are going into metric base. So that's a time series data. so that we can track the metrics over time and do alerting based on the metrics that are the data that's being sent in. And you definitely can't see the box over here. That's an integration layer with the mid server. This one's kind of fun. Oh, you can't see it now. You just can't see the color. That's so weird how that's coming through.
So you got your own mid server up and running for that?
Yes. So this will just be for pre-event. So,
Okay.
which we'll see in a minute why we have this. And we'll go ahead and get into that. So we talked about CMDB a little bit. I don't think you need to really care about any of that. Let's just go to like what the flow looks like. And this is something I've already built. So why I'm going through it now is so that for later streams, you kind of know what we're doing and like why we're doing what we're doing. Gosh. I don't know why that's so washed out. That's crazy.
Is that like plugged in? Because they sometimes do that when they run on battery or something.
My monitor?
Oh, it's just a screen separately. I thought it's like a laptop screen or something.
No, it's a monitor.
Oh,
Like just
crazy.
It's a big like curve.
Does it look like completely normal for you? And it's just on the
Looks
chair?
fine. Yeah,
Mm,
it looks fine. That's
Okay.
very strange.
maybe it's just a matter of resharing. Don't know.
I could try. Let's see. Let's remove that.
Just any chance of our eyes not being burned out?
Yeah, I don't like that idea at all. I'm not a fan of that idea. I wonder, well, maybe I can try my display settings.
And maybe you can try the Miro board settings also. There are some like background settings that can be done on Miro board.
Oh, you think
Well,
so?
it was okay in the beginning.
And it switched?
Yeah.
It's got to be HDR. Hold on. Let me turn off HDR. I wonder if that's got something to do with it. Because now overall it's just darker on my screen. Let's see what happens when I do that.
Wow.
Which I don't mind. I can deal with this while the stream is going on. Okay.
It's already-
Share screen. Why? Share screen.
Or with us folks, just the usual.
It's Christina Tech Issues.
It's either the screen or the microphone.
Yes.
It's got to be something. Look at
Video.
that. Beautiful.
It's the video. It's all kinds of things,
Or your browser's going to restart in a minute.
It might. You never know. It's just how I roll, I like to keep things interesting.
Okay, but that already looks much, much better.
For now, let's hope it stays that way.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it on here now. Let me go back to picture in picture so it doesn't take up. There we go. Okay, so the whole idea behind this is, and the reason why we built it the way that I did, is if you can imagine 15, 20 people at a single time engaging with this particular activity of building these monitors. One of the things that happens when you build these sensors, these garden sensors, is that whenever you turn them on to configure them, they start publishing at a wireless access point. So if you imagine 20 people with these devices plugged in, all broadcasting a wireless access point with a name like plantmon-MAC address, imagine trying to pick yours out of those 20. Might be kind of difficult. And there's a good potential for people like picking the wrong one and then configuring their device. And they're like, oh, wait, I got the wrong one. So then we got to figure out whose device you have. Way too much room for error at that point. So we designed it in such a way so that when the attendee comes to the event, they go physically pick up their sensor device. This is where the label printer comes into play, where we're going to actually create a QR code on that particular device. Or on that particular like bag or the box or whatever for that device that they can scan, that will take them to the portal and let them claim that device, so that when they go to the portal, they have that device assigned to them.
Nice.
There's other approaches that we could take to have like people automatically assigned to the devices, but one of the problems with that is we don't always know the people that are coming. We don't know. People could show up ad hoc. So that's not really a feasible solution. So the idea was using a QR code to scan, get it assigned. The other approach is basically show them a list of unclaimed devices. They could pick up the device, match it, but that's still a lot of room for error. So kind of relying on the QR code to kind of minimize the error. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm also like talking about this too to get your guys' feedback as well. If you have other ideas that we could do for this, so
That makes sense. I think it's pretty straightforward.
yeah.
As long as everything works. But
How
I,
dare you doubt me, Laszlo?
I don't doubt you. It's just tech.
I'm just
Just how
kidding.
it is. But it sounds pretty safe.
Yeah. Okay. And then they go to the portal, they claim device, they create a passphrase, which basically creates the token that's going to connect that device to them and pair that device. So it operates kind of like the like whenever you pair or log into Netflix or somewhere from your new device, like a new TV or whatever, and you've got to like connect and log in, sort of like that. So you get a pairing code and all of that. There is a second QR code at play that shows up on the pairing screen on the portal, and I'll give you a quick demo of what that looks like. That is to connect to the specific Wi-Fi access point. So when you scan that one, it will prompt you like, hey, do you want to connect to this Wi-Fi access point? And it will connect you to it so that you can do the pairing on your mobile device.
Which just reminds me of one thing, is I'm always like seeing what could go wrong. But with these QR codes in our system, we historically had problems with older, typically Android devices not being able to recognize QR codes, apparently due to the complexity of a QR code, like containing too much information or something. So it could be something we should check and see if we could work around. And I think we have it now as a separate app for the QR code generation, right? But perhaps we can try a different approach there. It's sort of like a backlog item for us. It's not even related to the Garden Now project technically.
But I mean, it's a larger issue that can impact anything we use.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's it's independent of Garden Now.
Yeah. And I actually, it's funny, when I was doing this QR code for actually connecting to the Wi-Fi, the Android device worked before the iPhone did. So I have an old Pixel laying around here, and I was like, I got to test Android to make sure that also works. But iPhone was very specific about the parameters that you fed that Wi-Fi QR code. Very specific. It expected one parameter before the other one, and if you swapped them, it wouldn't recognize it. It's very strange. Very strange. But yes, to your point, Laszlo, we've definitely have to test Android and iPhones for that. So the rest of this walkthrough, like you automatically connect to the Wi-Fi, it opens up the portal. So this is what the device is broadcasting. This is the kind of where you go configure, you pair your device, you enter your passcode or your passphrase and your pairing code. It goes to ServiceNow, authenticates, connects, shows that it's paired, and then you continue on with associating your plant, blah, blah, blah. And there you go. And then people get to take home the device after it's been configured. And when they go home, it's going to try to connect to that conference Wi-Fi. It's not going to be able to. So it's automatically going to go back into that access point mode so that they can go in and configure it for their Wi-Fi. Pretty simple to do that. But there'll obviously be instructions on how to do all that. And we'll publish that on the portal as well. Uh-oh. It looks like Laszlo's Chrome rebooted.
Yep.
Oh, funny. Does that all make sense, Sujan?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I remember the CreatorCon demos over there, and it was fantastic. And it's good to be seeing that entire architecture.
Yeah. Well, the IoT Garden was always something pretty popular. People really liked seeing it. I just really kind of wanted to do more with it, and so that we could do something different, right? So.
Truly.
Okay. So what else? I have my notes over here. Okay, so let's go through like real quickly a demo of what this looks like. And to do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and configure my device. So I have this set up so that it will, let's erase everything. So basically we're going to reset this whole device from scratch and kind of show you kind of what that process looks like from start to finish. Hopefully, we'll see. Let me make sure that my device doesn't have anything. So this is a list of all of our different sensors that we have here in platform. I don't know, is that, should I zoom that in? Yeah. And so what should happen after I flash this device is you should see a new sensor pop up on this list because it's set to check in with the instance straight away. This takes just a second for it to work. Good old Oslo. Oh man, it's funny. And this is an error from somewhere in one of the files, but it's not. It's just saying there's some ambiguous references there. That's okay. We can deal with that later. It's still going to work. So it's uploading. And there are some messages, like debug messages in the serial monitor that you'll see pop up. So let's see, that is, yep. Oh, that was from before. So this is from just now. So you'll see that it is checked in. It was able to check in successfully. There's our, let's stop this new line stuff because that's going to drive me bananas. And you'll see it's kind of outputting some of this stuff to make it easy for us to troubleshoot if we need to troubleshoot. But it looks like it checked in. So now we should see, voila, there's our new sensor. So there's our sensor record that checked in. You'll see that it is not owned by anybody. It's not connected yet. This is just a placeholder for the hash for the passphrase. So this is what gets generated whenever you create the passphrase. So now if I go to the portal, this is what the portal looks like currently. And let's see, if I go to dashboard, I just threw this widget on here. This is not where it's going to live forever. I was just testing it, so it's just on this page for one reason or another. But we have the unclaimed devices here. So if I were at an actual event, rather than coming to this page, I would have scanned a QR code, and this would have shown up already in my garden devices or my garden sensor, so that I wouldn't have to pick from a big list of unclaimed devices. But for the purposes of now, because I don't have that QR code, we're going to do it this way. Maybe next time, once I have the printer, we'll work on the integration for the printer. It should be here this week. So I click on claim. I'm going to enter my passphrase, real secure passphrase, and click claim. And so this is where it's going to let me, if I scan that with my phone, it will connect me directly to that Wi-Fi network. And then there's my pairing code, my passphrase, and there's all my pairing instructions down below the actual device. And so now it's just waiting to detect that pairing. So let's see. I don't think at this point. Yep. So now I've claimed it. Now it's mine. There's my pairing code that's been assigned. So now what I need to do is just connect to the Wi-Fi. So let me do that. We'll test it on my good old phone here. See what we get. Let's see if it works. Yep, join. So I get a message on there to join. Revenge on Laszlo. Okay, let's see. And then it should, on my phone, 2.168.1.4.1. So it popped up with my portal. There's my portal. I can say pair device now and enter my code. So H6U.
And Y.
Oh, thank you. What was the last one?
5K.
5K. Oh, I need to run a 5K.
New York.
7-8. Pair device. It says pairing in progress. So now it says pairing in progress on my portal. And so now if you look at the portal, you can see that that device is paired successfully. Also popped up in my portal. And now I can come down here and associate my sensor with a plant. I can either create a new plant if I want to create a new plant, or select an existing one. I'm going to select my euphorbia, associate and complete. Now if well, you'll see that already. They're there. No. If I refresh, is it going to show my count? Yeah.
Yeah, now there you go.
There we go. So there you go. So there's my euphorbia plant with one sensor connected, and there's all my counts across. I haven't done much with this yet as to like wire these up and make them work. That's kind of on the backlog of things to do. But if I go look at my sensor record, now you see I have my IP address from my local network for this particular sensor. So if I wanted to, let's say, connect to this, I can see that portal here. So if I need to go in and configure my Wi-Fi settings for future, so when people go home, they'll be able to go in and configure their Wi-Fi settings. And so that way it connects to their home Wi-Fi. But yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The other thing on the backlog too is being able to clear the data. So if they just want to reset it, we can do that too, but I haven't wired that up just yet. And then you'll see last metric update. For some reason, I think that there's a bug in metric base in this Zurich patch that I'm in, because I can't get it to show the actual metric data. It's there, it's in the platform, because if I run the script and pull the data back, it's there, but it's just not shown in the fields, which is very strange. Very strange. And if we look at relationships, we see plant, it monitors plant euphorbia. If I look at euphorbia, there should be, yes, it's in Christie's Garden, euphorbia, and monitored by this particular sensor. So we're building all of those relationships in the background for people so they don't have to go to CMDB Relationship Builder and build all that out. So we're kind of simplifying that into the portal. So yeah. Any questions, Sujin? I don't see any questions in the chat.
Don't see, but say suppose I wish to be unlinking any of this and connect to a different plant, like
you want to connect a different plant to the sensor itself?
Same sensor.
I have not built that in yet, but that's a good question. That's also on the backlog of things that I need to do or that I want to do for it, making it flexible. So those are definitely like test cases and like, how do I change it to a different plant? How do I wipe out the device and reconnect it to the platform or whatever the case may be? So those are all things that we need to account for.
Because the relationship gave me that thinking that, because it could be again delinking all the relationships, creating a new relationship other than the sensors, like, hardware and,
yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, we would want to do all of that in the Garden dashboard here and be able to do that. One of the bugs that I found, the Garden name should be right here, but for some reason it's not. Like I can click Edit Garden, it's coming through as undefined. So that was one of the things that I that's where I kind of left off yesterday, Friday, I think, was working on that and figuring out why that's not coming through, because I see Christie's Garden on this widget, but for some reason it's not showing up here. If I do hit Edit Garden and I put something else here and just test and I save it, it'll show up. But then if I come back to my garden, it's renamed it. It's just not showing up here. Yeah, that part works, but the other parts don't work. So interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. What else do we got? I was making sure I have notes over here on the things that I wanted to talk about today before we jumped into actually building. So we did the live device setup. We could look at the portal really quickly. So again, some of these things aren't necessarily wired up. So this is kind of the home page. It will look different if you don't have a garden at all. If you're like the first time setup, you'll have a different page here so that you can start building your garden and all that. I should turn off my Chrome notifications. So you can see all of your, all the steps for creating a sensor, getting into the platform and all of that. I don't have anything on the My Plants page or the My Sensors page. That's TBD. So that's probably something we're going to stream on at a later date. Do I have Community Garden? Yes. So this was really my dream view of what this was going to look like at one point. So you could go to the Community Garden and literally see all of these different gardens from across the world from ServiceNow community members. So if I clicked on this one, and this is just demo data, I just said, hey, Claude, give me some demo data for this. So it spit out a bunch of stuff, and I could view it. Of course, we would give people the option to not share or share as much as they're comfortable with, right? We don't want to just like open it up to everybody and put a more general location here, not somebody's address, of course. But yeah, so this is kind of my dream state of what this would look like potentially. Oh, yep, you can see everything. What do you guys think? Do you think this is something that people would be excited to use if they were plant enthusiasts?
Definitely. I think, this is like building a community, like in a garden service now community across the world.
Yeah.
You feel connected through this, to be very honest.
I mean, I think it would be fun, right? Because everybody likes ServiceNow. There's probably a lot of people that like plants inside of the ServiceNow community, so I don't see why not, right? I think it could be fun. Oh, look who's back.
How are you guys?
You made it. Did your Chrome just absolutely decide to restart on you?
Oh yeah, a lot of things.
Lovely. Nice.
Should be fine now.
We were just talking about this being my kind of dream view of the community garden, like showing like a world map and all the different gardens across the world. This is what I want to see.
Pretty neat. What am I looking at?
And full disclosure, this was 99.9% vibe coded with Claude. I would have used Build Agent if it supported Service Portal widgets, but current state it does not. But yeah.
With some workarounds.
Yeah. Some workarounds. I mean, I did do some tweaks to some of the widgets. Like I got to tweak some of the styling and that sort of thing. But for the most part, the emojis probably give away that this was partly vibe coded, I would say. But yeah, pretty impressive what it was able to come up with without me having to like write a whole lot of code. So that was pretty cool.
Neat.
Yeah. Laszlo, we actually kind of walk through the whole workflow of flashing a new device and what that whole process looks like. So right now we're going through kind of I keep doing that. We're going through kind of the portal and what the portal is going to look like. But honestly, I don't have a ton wired up in the portal yet. This is going to be probably the majority of the work that I'll be doing for the next several weeks.
Love the UI already. Like, even the background is AI. Is that something you came up with?
That is an Adobe stock image. I actually found a example website build or design that had all of these great images in it. I thought about trying to tweak it in like Canva or something and make like a dark mode version as well, so it's not like so bright and in your face, because I want to be able to have people switch if they like the light versus the dark. So also on the backlog of things.
I like it.
Thanks. I thought it was cool. Sujin also suggested or asked about if people wanted to change the relationship between their sensor and their device, because right now you walk through this process and you get you can associate the plant with a device. But what if I take that sensor out? What if that plant dies despite my best efforts and I want to take that sensor and put it into a different one? How would I edit it? Which I haven't gotten to yet to do that yet. Definitely on the list of things to do. I gotta write a formal backlog for that. Any suggestions that you have, Laszlo, or things to think about that maybe I have not thought about?
Not at the moment, because I've sort of seen what's under the hood, and I don't feel like I can add too many new ideas at this stage. So.
Okay. Alrighty, that's fine. Let's see, what else was I going to do today? So we walked at the portal. We looked at the firmware. I'm not even going to attempt to kind of walk through the firmware because I vibe coded as well. I took like what base we had already and just said, hey, I need to support OAuth and I need to do this, this, and this. And kind of went back and forth with Claude for a few days and got to a pretty good working version that works quite well, I think. So I'm not going to do that. If I'm going to walk through firmware code, Jason McKee's going to be on my stream. Darkside has cookies. I love cookies. My favorite. Ice cream's probably my favorite, but ice cream and cookies, good stuff. Okay, so I guess we can start looking at code, like what's behind the app here. So let's see. Oh, for a refresher too, I have pulled up UI Builder to kind of show you like what the current state is. Garden, although we have, oh shoot, which one is it? It's probably this one. It's the most recent one. If you haven't seen it before, stop it. No, I don't. Yes, please. Ooh, I think it's this one. It says July 25, so I'm going to assume it's this one. Got it. These tours. Please stop. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that. All right, so now we're in the studio, so we can look at some of the code behind it. You know, one of my beefs is with Studio. I like Studio overall, but I don't like the fact that all the Service Portal stuff, like widgets, are not in like the top. You have to go underneath Other to get to Service Portal widgets, which I find to be weird. Is that me? Is that just me, or is that weird?
Takes some getting used to for sure.
Yeah. So if we look at some of these are old, I need to get rid of, but which one do I want to start with? Oh, we want to fix the issue with the garden. So let's see. Let's turn this off first of all.
Oh, last moment again.
What happened? Who's having the tech issues now? Okay. All right. So we wanted to fix the issue with this one, which is on the garden dashboard page. So let's try to troubleshoot this name. Even pages. See, even pages are under this. Garden dashboard page. I gotta remember garden dashboard, this widget. So this is our garden dashboard widget. This is where our data current garden name should show up. Oh, there's a location that's not showing up either. I wonder if current garden is just not showing. It's this one. No definition. What are you talking about? Garden manager. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Where? This one. So that is get or create, because some people might be going to this and obviously not have a garden already. So we want to make sure that it's creating it in the background already. Oh, there's Laszlo.
Like I said, StreamYard is also giving me a hard time today. It's like something went wrong.
Yeah, we don't know what, just something.
Clearly. Something went wrong. Try again. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
We didn't worship the demo gods today.
I know, man.
Yeah, the demo gods are not happy with you today, Laszlo.
Fair enough.
So we are troubleshooting this issue where the garden name isn't coming up and it's being returned as undefined. So that's what we're trying to fix at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So finally, we're 45 minutes in and we're finally doing some sort of coding after a very long-winded overview of what's going on in the garden space.
You guys on the stream see that? Because
you can't see that?
I can't. I'm just curious if other people can see it.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, I mean, I can make it. I can zoom in. That's fine by me.
Well, I can see it now.
Okay.
There you go.
I don't really need this view, but my problem is this screen is super wide, so I don't want to I don't know. It's a weird goal. I'm gonna have to rethink this approach next time.
Oh, VAR-GR.
I'm gonna blame Code for that. Well, here we'll just fix it.
Yeah.
Garden. No, it's fine. I don't much care for it either. I was just trying to. The other reason I'm trying to do this and I vibe coded a lot of it because my portal skills are not awesome. I mean, I can, I can do like JavaScript and all of that, but like, anyway, I was trying to rush. I was in a kind of a hurry to get all this done before we started figuring out like all the stuff that we're doing for knowledge. So I wanted to make sure that I got this to a place I was happy with. So I didn't really pay attention to a lot of the GR references and some of the stuff that maybe is not the best approach. So that's my story, at least. That's what I'm going to say.
You know what you can also do? You could just like select the code block and just ask now assist to just say replace GR with something for me. I've been doing that quite a lot lately. Also, like adding comments, commenting things out selectively, and all that thing. It's just so easy. You just select and just explain what you want.
It is, and that's funny because that was my exact example in a Now Assist lab like last year. I'm like, look, and if you see a bad variable name, you literally can do this and say, give this variable more meaningful name. That was literally one of the things that I demoed. And I totally forgot that you could do that.
So this thing returning nothing, we got, is that a server-side call? We have reaching the script include or what?
I think it's, well, I don't know exactly yet. So here's the widget. This is data.currentGarden.name, which is what it's supposed to be. And this is what's calling that to return data.garden.name. So what is that returning first? Get or create default garden. What are we returning? Garden ID, garden name. So it should be, maybe that's it. Maybe it's supposed to be garden underscore name. So that is a JSON object, right?
Data current garden is garden.
So that is, and then what is this? Sorry, I'm scrolling back up. I think that needs to be garden underscore name. I think.
Is that
right?
So you're returning an object there from the script include or what?
Yeah, garden underscore ID and garden underscore name.
Okay, yeah.
Let's try that. Yeah, sorry.
Are you sending my garden by default for all? The script include?
If you don't have one, it's going to create one.
Okay.
Yeah, so this might be for people who don't have a garden yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is upper return on 19th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's try that. Let's save it and see what happens if I refresh my garden dashboard. Dun dun dun. That was it. Except it's still in the modal as undefined. So we always have another reference to that. I've got a spacing thing I've got to figure out here too. That's all like style sheets, which yikes. Okay, so here's our widget and our modal. Maybe we just look for this. We're also not returning a location. So that's not what
it's probably trying to use something that's just not there.
Yep, definitely. Garden.name. Sensors. The modal's probably going to be at the bottom somewhere. Right. Oh, crap.
What was it? Oh, it's not the one. It's the one. Can you assign it to Travis? Ben was asking. Of course you can assign it to Travis.
Yeah, totally. That's totally going to be Travis's job. We're going to bring him on next time. Guess what, Travis? Ben said you get to do CSS and styling.
Prepared a surprise for you, man.
You're so good at it. Edit garden. But wait, where's the modal? I have a modal. Oh, that's on the client side, isn't it?
Yep.
Yes.
And there's your title is not correct because it's just calling name instead of garden underscore name, probably, right?
Yep. But you know what's funny is it's actually updating it. So I would hit the button to update it, put a new name and save it, and it would actually update it and show it. but I think it might be storing it kind of like temporarily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because then I would refresh it and it would go away.
So returning garden ID and name, right? It's ID and name.
Yep. So we're going to change that reference to save. All right. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. So what happens if I change it back to Christie's Garden? Save. Yay, it's there. I've hit that. Good, good. Refresh. We fixed it.
Yay!
Nice.
Okay, well, I'm done here. We'll see you later. No, just kidding. Kidding. I didn't have anything else on my list of things to do, but I do think I need to move this widget down here for all these devices. I need to move it to my sensors, and I need a different text color.
Oh, why do you think that?
Yeah, I can't read that. I don't know. Well, I decided to do this fancy like blur at the top because I didn't want to cut off the background image. But then I'm like, why did you give me like white?
Gray. Yeah. Could be like blurry gray or don't know.
It could. I mean,
purple.
yeah.
Purple.
Yes, purple. I should do purple. Actually, I had half of mine to like because this image is you can modify it in Illustrator. I'm like, I want purple flowers. I don't want pink flowers.
Yeah.
I should ServiceNow color it, shouldn't I? I should like make all the flowers different ServiceNow colors.
I don't know. We'd
The
love to see how
secondary
it looks like. Yeah.
The secondary colors.
Secondary colors, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to move this widget to the sensors page, which is here. That is blank. So let's find that page, which should be Garden Sensors. Oh man, and we'll do it in Designer.
So that would do. That's the easiest. If this is just one widget, or
yeah. Oh, thank you, DPR Dev. Finding the time to be nice and slow. That's great.
DPR Dev is great.
Winning. What is going on? Somebody should call the admin.
Oh, let me do that.
All right.
Is it?
No. Stop.
Container overload.
Oh, so many containers. Sensor.
Maybe that's the problem on the previous page as well, where you got the extra white space. Don't know.
It could be. It could be something with that. Why? Oh, hate widgets. You know, I really thought that I would have, well, that's not the one I want. What's the name of that? There we go, Garden. What's the name of that widget? I'll scroll all the way down here to widget. Center registration, that is right. Okay, sorry, I forgot it for a second. Yes, that's it. Dun, dun, dun. I think I need to also standardize the styling of the header. I mean, that's cute and
like
all.
maybe it helps knowing like which tab I'm at.
Yeah, instead of it just being like you just clicked on a thing
Yeah.
and now you're just on this page.
Like show the active tabs somehow.
Good point. Let me make a note of that.
Or is that like a custom header? Or
No, it's using the standard like SP header and things like that, and menu items.
okay.
It's just the styling is different.
It's
That's
just
all.
the theme, right?
Yeah. Just show which tab you're on. And then what else was going to do? Oh, right. Standardize headers. Sorry, I'm just making notes so I know.
A different color
A different color?
for the header.
Oh, that blue? It doesn't really go, does it?
No, I mean, if you scroll down, you know, and then you got the widgets with the white background going underneath your blurry transparent header.
Oh,
And
right.
You can't read the fonts anymore.
Wait, say that again?
So if you just scroll, oh, you can't scroll
I
down
can't.
here.
This
But
one, this widget is pretty.
you couldn't read the header menus anymore once you had a widget with a white background under that.
Change the font. Well, we want to change the font color of header items, header menu items.
Or just the widget backgrounds even. I don't know, but that's probably more work.
We'll let Travis do it. It's fine. It's going to be Travis's job.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll keep forgetting that.
He's not here today, so we're just going to assign everything to him. He's going to get all the work. For sure. Yep, definitely going to do it.
Susan, it's a good thing you showed up, because otherwise your backlog would be disastrous.
All assigned to Sujan. Well, I mean, I did put a lot of this stuff into the Agile board, more for me, just to keep track of everything that I need to do. So you guys are all assignees in there. I could assign some of this work to you guys. Doesn't mean you have to do it. Just, take it off my plate.
Stale stories.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I have some to-dos. We have 3 minutes left on our stream. Oh, we need to add a widget to list all to show all the plants. This shows the dashboard. The home shows the gardens. Do these buttons work yet? Yeah, it does. Okay. But that is not wired up. So that's another thing. I'm just adding these things to backlog so that these are things that we can obviously work on next week too. The home page widget for gardens. Okay, well, I think I'm going to wrap it up.
That was a good time for that.
Yeah, I think so. This one, again, was a little different than what we usually do on stream. There'll be more building next week. Just kind of wanted to set a precedent with what we're doing. But be on the lookout for the blog articles. So I am going to take some of the things that we looked at today and put them into blog articles so that you guys can see them. I'll post the lab guide as it stands today, but that will be getting updated when we do roll this out and make this a thing. So be on the lookout for that too.
And for anybody just coming to knowledge, they get to just literally put their hands on what we're building in
maybe
weeks.
Cannot say for certain, but it's possible. I will not guarantee anything at this point, at this stage of the game. If that changes, I will definitely mention that. Safe harbor. Yes, we're going to have a community garden safe harbor. Cannot commit.
We had a banner for that, didn't we?
Cannot commit to any of that. Nice. There you go. Safe harbor. Funny. Well, all right, guys. Any closing statements that you guys would like to make or anything that you want to say before we sign off for the day?
No, I'm just glad I'm not Travis.
I know. He's going to be a busy man. He's going to be busy.
But I really hope that the world map has lots of those green dots.
Me too. I'm hopeful that people get inspired. Even if they don't use the sensors, they can still go and create their garden and show everybody all the cool plants that they have and share in their interest of, oh, hey, Laszlo. Sharing their interest of plants with everybody. What's that, Sujan?
StreamYard loves Laszlo.
It does. I know.
It does not. I don't know what's going on. I think we were getting along just fine, but not today.
All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for coming and joining, and welcome, Sujan. Officially welcome to the team. I know it's been a few weeks at this point, but we're happy to have you here. We're even more of a dream team now with you on board. So looking forward to working with you more, and hopefully you come back to the streams and join us.
Sure.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you. Have a good rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.